Hello? Oh, there we are. Yes, I'm up here again. Happens to be my week. Anyway, this story, a lot of you probably have heard it before. But this last summer, we went up backpacking, obviously, backpacking. Now, when you go backpacking, you guys have been backpacking, what do you put in your pack? Cell phone. Oh, stuff. I thought you said cell phone. Well, my cell phone's in my backpack right now. Okay, what else do you put in your backpack? Food. Got to have food if you're going to spend 2 days up there in the cold weather. What else do you put in? Clothes. Yeah, warm clothes. First aid kit's always good. A bedroll. Thank you. I was waiting for somebody to say that. Yes, a sleeping bag or whatever. Water. Oh, yeah. Food and shelter, exactly. Okay, so I packed my backpack up. I put my tarp in. I put my sleeping bag in. I had to carry some of the food. Kenny took the rest. So I had food, and I think my pack weighed about 35 pounds. That's pretty good for an old woman to carry 35 pounds up a mountain, especially this mountain. And so a flashlight, oh, that's always important, especially when you're hiking at night. There's a lot of stuff that can go in the backpack, that's for sure, but I didn't want to take too much, so I just put in the bare necessities. Anyway, it weighed about 35 pounds. I think Andrew weighs about 50, so take 25 pounds off of his weight, and that's what I was carrying around. So we started out in the morning. We had camped at our base camp. We hiked, and it was a beautiful morning. Everything was going great. Well, like going this Bergston Lake, no, don't ever go backpacking there. It's up, it's down, it's up, and I think down and then flat for quite a ways. But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful place to go. Yeah, I went once and I said I'd never go again, so I went again. I don't know why. But anyway, so I packed in, and it seemed like about 15 miles, but I think it's only about 2 to 3 miles, depends, you know. But there's a lot of up and down and around the corners and everything. So I'm hiking in. Got tired, but I made it. We had a nice camp that time. We're by a lake, and I don't think anybody came by. Usually there's day hikers or something, but I don't think we even saw anybody on this hike. So we were up there by ourselves. There was quite a few of us. Dijon was there, and you weren't there. I don't think you were there that time. Erica and our family, and anyway, and Nathan White. And so we're hiking. We made it. We set up camp, and it was a nice Friday, I believe it was. So Sabbath morning, we get up. We had our church, and we had another nice, quiet day. So Sunday comes the fun. We start out. I usually carry two poles, because this area, there was a lot of burned area, and there was a lot of debris down on the ground. Trees, branches, and rocks you can always slide on, and going up and down these hills, oh my. Anyway, so we're heading out, and we cross this little creek type thing, and my foot decided to catch on a branch. So down I went with 35 pounds on my back. And you can't just stand up unless you're real strong, and I wasn't that strong. So I get up. I think Dijon helped me up that time, got my pack settled back on my back, and I went hiking, and we were doing fine, having a good time hiking up the hill and down the hill. Oh my. So we get to this one spot after I had tripped that one time. We were going up a hill, and up this hill there's steps. The steps have got to be 2 feet high, and you try to get up there with a backpack. You're off-centered anyway if you didn't pack it right. Even if you did pack it right, it's a little bit off-center. And so I'm hiking up these steps, and I'm thinking, oh no. Francis and I were having fun getting up those steps. Yeah, with a backpack, you're like, yeah, can't make it. Anyway, so we got up to this one point, and I was so tired of trying to hike up there. Well, being tired already from hiking that far. And I get up there, and I'm like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to get up this step. And I'm just standing there. Next thing I know, somebody's behind me and picks up my backpack, and I just about flew up that step. I took a step, and I'm like, whoa. So I looked around, and there was Nathan White. God love him. And so we're going on, and I think he helped Frances too a couple of times, you know, lifting her pack and helping her up these big, I mean, I'm telling you, those steps were high. And so I keep going, and I think, oh no, here's another one. And I'm standing there, and I thought, I should wait for him. No, I didn't. I had these two poles, you know, a stick that I just found, and I set them here, and I took a step. I don't know which foot I put up first, and I started to put the other one up. Yeah, I fell. The stick broke. I fell, and I landed on my face with a backpack, 35 pounds on my back. Try getting up with that on your back. So I'm laying there, making sure I'm alive, making sure I didn't break any bones, and where do I hurt? What happened? I still can't figure out what happened, but it must have been funny to see. And down over here, there's like a cliff. I was very grateful that I didn't fall, so I would roll down there. Like I said, I would love to, wish somebody would have videoed it. Anyway, so I'm walking, I'm laying there. Next thing I know, somebody came up behind me, picked me up by my backpack, and helped me stand up. Of course, I'm shaking because that was kind of scary. And I looked around, and again, there was Nathan. I don't know, that guy is strong. Take him backpacking anytime you go, let me tell you. Kind of wish he were here today. I told him this was going to be a children's story someday. Anyway, so I started hiking up again, and next thing I know, Nathan disappeared. I'm like, oh, so he went ahead. That's okay. You know, I can do this. I wanted to do it all by myself. When you're backpacking, you want to take your pack in and take it out by yourself. You don't want anybody else to carry it. I mean, that was my thinking. You know, I wanted to do it all myself. So I stepped there for a minute, trying to catch my stop shaking and stuff. And a little bit later, Nathan comes running back down the trail to me, grabs my backpack, puts it on his back, and I think I took his little water pouch or something, and he went flying back down the trail, and it must have been a quarter of a mile, I guess, to the base. And I'm like, whoa, thank you. I didn't want to admit it, but I was very grateful that he was there. So I hiked on out, and honestly, on the way out, I don't know if I can tell this without crying or not. I was thinking how it was just like Jesus, when you're carrying something it's too much for you, and you fall, and how he just picks you up and keeps you walking. I just enjoyed that trip so much, in spite of almost killing myself. I mean, because I learned that lesson again, that Jesus will help you. I don't care what you have, what's on your, what you're carrying around with you, not a backpack. And this isn't 35 pounds, it's only a blanket. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it could be, I don't know, financial issues, or, I don't know, have a friend that says, I don't like you anymore and don't want to hang out with you anymore. That is a burden. It doesn't make you feel good. But Jesus is right there. He's right there to help you. And that's what I want to leave with you guys today, and all of you. Thank you.